All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Doing an audio check. Can you guys hear me? Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Kirk. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Sandy. Audio check. Good morning. Hey, Sandy, how are you? Alex. Okay, Brian, thank you. All right, guys, let's get this party started, right? Let's get it going. All right, one thing before we start the day. We had one trade yesterday that I ended up taking in and around the close of the day on two contracts. We took it around 223. That's the only thing that you guys didn't see from yesterday. So the morning session ended up at 797. Then I had that one two contract trade. I made $2,400 off of that trade. Um, Basically, what happened is toward the end of the day, I took a short here and a short here, one contract, and held on to it till the close. And we ended up covering for plus 50, over 50 points on that trade. And that is that decision right here. So that ends the month for us. And now we're starting off the new month with no trades. And we're all starting fresh. So let's take a look at, we have about 147 days, trading days left in the year. If you're not familiar with this link right here, it tells you how many days left in the trading year. And we are in the beginning of July. So June, excuse me. So you have July the 4th, Independence. You have few holidays left, but we have 147 days, trading days left in the year. So if you're looking at it from the perspective of, $100, that's $14,700 if you just make $100 a day. And just, it's not about the money. It's just about being disciplined and just focused and trading in a in a consistent manner. So we have plenty of days to demonstrate our capacity to do that. And let's take a quick look here at the daily. So we are within this channel and that downward channel. We are spending some time oscillating and consolidating after a major retracement and a bounce back from that 532 level into the middle of the range. And in the middle of the range right now in this channel, we're spending like today, for example, is an inside day, meaning that the high and the low during Globex is within the high and the low of the prior trading session. And what does that mean? It means typically the market will this is how the market consolidates. It stays in a tight range in relation to the prior day range. And that means that there's a lot of rotations going on, and the market is trying to build up stops on both sides of the market before it eventually takes one direction or the other. So we're trading above Globex, and Globex is 648. So as long as we trade above that 648, there's a good probability that the market will mount another run up all the way up to 788. And then we have the 13,000 is a number, but I mean, that area is susceptible for pullbacks, are susceptible for failed rallies. We're literally in the middle of the range, and the market is gonna spend some time trying to figure out, you know, where the next move is going to be. The shorts can look at this and say, hey, listen, we are at the top end of the range, and the market should come back and retrace into lower prices. It's not a bad thought process. It's just we need to see proof that this is happening. Okay? Because I mean, you're literally retesting the the top end of that range. All right. So that's on the bigger picture, looking at the daily. If you're looking at the 200 NT Rinko, that market is, um, so it's 881. So the 200 NT Rinko is positive, and it, it's looking up. So that market is breaking out from this range at 768, and boom, hit target number three, target number four, 833.75. Target number five is 877 and a quarter. Good morning, Randolph. Good morning. Chuck. So that first half an hour, what I'm gonna do is just pay attention to price action and see where it's going. The market made a captain setup long right here and went into a sequence of one transitional zone all the way up to the prices we're at right now. Target number four in the sequence is 883.75. Target number five is 877 and a quarter. ES is behaving in the same way, and we're pushing higher. Out of that same captain setup that you saw in NQ, in the market is producing a sequence above Globex, um, that is strong and long right now. Sandy, Alex said, is there a reason why we don't have the room open all the way to the end of the session? Yes, there's a very good reason. And that reason is if you're trading all day long, you will be losing money. You can be focused for 1 to 2 hours, and anything more than that, the probability that you will be making mistakes. So I focus on that first initial hour and a half to two. I make my money. Then I basically close everything. Sometimes I come back at that last half an hour of the day and look if there's anything worth trading, or I look for the algorithm that really gets active around 345, 350, and 355. There's an algorithm that clicks, I mean, gets active around that time frame. If there's something there for me, I'll take it, and if there's not, I'll leave it alone. But yeah, in trading, less is more. You don't need to be in front of this machine 24 hours a day looking for every little tick. You literally will burn yourself out in this business. You need to be hyper focused, hyper disciplined, ready to go an hour, hour and a half, make your money, and just move on. All right. So that number up here that you see, 31.99, that's just from the beginning of the week. Since we started the week on Tuesday, that's where I'm at. Um, and no trades have been taken today. Good morning, Randolph. How are you? Good morning, Yanis. Good morning, Omer. Good morning, Kirk. So the market is lined up on the long side. 200 and the 100 are in sync, and we're just pushing and pushing and pushing. Nothing for me to do at this point. I'm going to be patient that first half an hour and let the market do its thing, and we could go from there. As far as the news, we have a couple of pieces of information that's worth mentioning. ISM manufacturing PMI is happening at 9 o'clock, which is the top of the hour, and 10 o'clock Eastern. You got Jolt job opening as well. Those are two red folders that are worth our attention. Then you have, that's important, at 11:30, FOMC member William speaks. Then you have at 1 p.m. Eastern, Mr. FOMC member Ballard speaks. So both of them are, well, the Ballard speaks is going to be probably an important one. So that's the news. I mean, there's some news coming up. Definitely the 9 o'clock one. I want to be patient and just trade right after that. The Jolt numbers come out and the construction spending and ISM manufacturing PMI. Those are important and they are a market mover. So just be conscious of it as we approach that time frame. Make sure that you are, in your scalps, any day trades that you are flat, um, just in case the market makes an adverse move. So now we're seeing the market disconnecting between the 200 and the 100. That's right. And that tells me that I need to see a couple of scenarios present itself. One of them is a run up toward either the market is going to run up toward that 800 again and close above it, or the market needs to come back down to 736. If they come to 736, that would put the market in a position of selling pressure, meaning that we may get a continuation pattern on the short side that could take us to 714 or 27 or 700. But 86 needs to happen first before we play that game. Hey Sheila, how are you? Good morning. Good morning to you. Hey Chuck. Good morning, Chuck. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, no trades for me so far, and we're just watching the market and learning. We're learning the patterns of the day. We're asking ourselves a few questions like, who's winning the battlefield right now? Who, you know, are the longs persistent? When the market dips, do buyers step in and protect the price? Who's getting stuck? We're asking ourselves a lot of questions here because we want to understand the dominant force in the market for today. Good morning, George. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. It's interesting that they will come in here, take out the stops right under that 55 and just quickly run it up. I mean, they did it very, very quickly. It's almost like there was a trap right there. But we need more information. The market needs to be in sync for us to act, and now it's not. The 200 and the 100 out of sync. The 100 is negative, the 200 is still positive. That disconnect makes me want to wait, forces me to wait. See, always monitor that type of behavior. See how quickly they came and flushed everybody, then quickly ran back up. That's a stop run. Like literally, that's how the stop run looks like. So after you see a stop run, you want to see how strong or how weak the players right after that, because that tells you about the the mood of the market. If they hold on to this like they just did here, there's a good potential that we break above that 800. But I mean, it has to do it. Look at that. Yeah. I mean, there's a quick bounce, and here comes, boom, gone. So now the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the long side. I'm not going to play. I'm just going to keep monitoring this market for the first half an hour to understand the participants that, and there are buyers in this market, and they are showing themselves here to be strong. Okay. Well, guess what? They got to protect 62, and they're coming at it kind of quick here. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is a trap. That is a trap. So they came flushed. Look at that. Flushed the sellers right here, flushed the longs, trapped the shorts, ran it all the way up, and came back down and sold it off. So now, what do we see? We see a personality that is consistent with an inside day. That's the first thing. Second, the market is disconnected right now again. So when it ran up to the 800, ran above it, the market got in sync. So that defines the environment, but there's no behavior. So the behavior was another transitional zone that never happened, and the market flipped again. So hands off, and nothing for me to do. We're reading the market and understanding the personality. And we have about 11 minutes to the top of the hour, and the ISM numbers and the JOLT numbers are going to be coming up. So let's enjoy reading this market and figure out what they're trying to do. Now, ES is in a sequence that is a short. Uh, Channel number one and channel number two established on the short side, and we are heading toward Globex. Okay, that's an interesting one. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I mean, this candle closing down right now, we should see a push lower to 60 and potentially 50 again. And the stock, it's against that 810 level. Okay. So what are they doing here? They made a low and ran it up, and they're making a higher low and giving us the impression that it's going to hold. But the market is out of sync. So markets that are out of sync require more information from me. So it requires more patience. And what I'm looking to see happen, couple of things. Either we break above 801, and that would produce a captain setup long on the 100 NT Rinko. That's a signal to go long, and the 200 and the 100 will be in sync on the long side. That would be condition number one. Condition number two would be a market that breaks down to 738. If the market gets there, we have the 200 and the 100 are short, and we'll start looking for opportunities to go short, rallies to get short into. But that would be more of a scalp than actually a position because you're going against the cloud. And here you go. I mean, they're perking up here. All right. So that's the game they want to play. Let's see. 8:52. We have 8 minutes to the jolt numbers. I don't necessarily want to be in any trades into that number, but I like this captain setup right here. I'm just gonna go small. Yeah, that switch trade right here was a good one. Plus, you got a captain set up. I mean, if they're gonna run it like that, then I am not gonna be. I'll leave that order right here, and I'm gonna look for the market to potentially come back and hit me here, then bounce right back, or they can consolidate here and give me another transitional zone. Then I would participate. Yeah, they're gonna jack around with people here. Hmm. So that's the middle of the range, and they're bouncing right back up. Okay. Really? Take that one. So you got multiple things going on. You have actually a captain setup switch trade on the 50 NT Rinko. So I got here, needed to add to it actually right here and look for a run up past 25. It's just, I'm taking the scalp version of this trade because the market, we're coming up on news and I'm playing small ball here. We're 4 minutes away from news. So that decision, I mean, just a small ball trade here. We made $100. One contract, $100. Do that 147 times. The reason for that decision is right here. 50 NT Rinko, captain setup, switch trade. That is a very high probability event that it will close the next candle. And that candle got us over the 20. And we looked for a bit more pressure. That didn't happen, so we got out. And we tried it with one contract. Ooh, yeah, look at that. That's noise, a lot of noise. Yeah, we're 3 minutes away from that news. I'm not going to establish any more positions till the news is released. But you have a captain set up long on the 100 NT Rinko. The 200 and the 100 are in sync on the long side. And we should be kind of looking in that direction. And definitely be patient and wait till the news is out there. We're at 1 minute. Here comes that news. You could see that the prices and the algos are lining themselves up right here. I do not want to be a player. This is where you patience and waiting is the best trade that you can take. Captain set up short on the 50 NT Rinko, and they flipped the 100, so the 200 and the 100 is out of sync. What does that tell me? That tells me that I need to be patient and wait for the market to get back in sync. And there are sellers in this market coming in. and 36 potential. Ah, yeah. Let's play that game. Here we go. Wow. I am three here, 76, 86, 96. Okay. 97. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can get a rally back up and we'll start going short. That's nasty. Oh, yeah, that's nasty. All right. Wow. I'm going to have to take a stop right here. I got a one. Yeah, let's see here. Where is that thing? 14. Okay. So that stop is valid. Okay. It's just a nice little rally here. I'm getting out of a lot of it, and now it's gonna work like a champ, right? But that's fine. Now the market is in sync on the short side. Yeah, that's just the thing with trading around news. You get a lot of this uh, spiky price action. I mean, I could have been rich right now. I could have been rich with that 10 contracts. Okay, so let's see, where is the actual goal? It's 700, and they're going to fade against it. So I'm actually going to go break even right now and just see where we are going to where we're gonna be. Yeah, around the 700. So that'll be like around 80 points that I'll make off of that trade. And I'm moving my stop to plus 10, plus 12. I'm gonna follow this transitional zone for lower prices. I'm gonna move my stop to that 67, my trailing stop. That's usually not a good sign here for the shorts. We are at target number 3, and we just need that burst. Here we go, captain setup. All right, that's good. That's a good sign. That is a good sign. And I'm moving my stop to the top end of. Oh, why is it 2 contracts? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, because it's 2 different strategies. Okay. All right, let's put that one stop by stop, and we'll put it right here. And we are looking for the market to hold here. If they don't hold here, I'll be out at 41. And if they manage to exert more pressure, then I'm looking at a burst of energy lower than. Come on, baby, let's go. You could do it. I know you can. Moving my stop to 37, and any second here, if they in this selling pressure, I'm gonna get out. Here comes 1, 2, out. Thank you. Man, I could have gotten rich on that little deal with those 10 contracts, but it just I did not like the way it retested. So okay, I got in here, I added and I added here, and my stop was literally at that 820. Then at that point, it's just a function of it working. At that point, it's just a function of me trying to work lower my risk profile. It worked out. It was not an easy trade though. So those are ads and re-ads and all that stuff. So at the end of that trade, we're up 1242.24. Let's work and move on to the next trade. Okay, so they're putting on another continuation trade right here, and they're coming up to the middle of the range. How we doing so far, guys? That's a nice. Let's switch trade to target number four, and target number five in this sequence is 660. Okay, good job, Brian. One micro short. Yeah, they add up when you're doing the right thing, right? So the question is, Brian, is why? What's making you successful? Because you want to focus on that and continue to do it. So why are you up $2,300 in 3 weeks trading micro? And that's an accomplishment, by the way. Well, you have to be sure and you have to find out why. Because otherwise, how can you repeat it? And trading is never a straight line of anything. It's just trading never works that way, right? You lose a little bit, you make a little bit, then you make a lot. That's kind of the trajectory I like to think of. So look at that. I mean, I don't know why I didn't even take it, but that was a beautiful new transitional zone, and that's a spear trade in new transitional zone. So they're putting on some selling pressure coming in here. How we doing, Chuck? Any trades? When you're doing well, it's important to know why. When you are going through a drawdown, it is more important to know why. Watching and listening. Okay, sounds good. Look at that beauty. I want my 10 contracts back. When you're in it, it looked nerve wracking, right? But boy, that's how they make things look. I would have been up 20 grand for the day. But it just, I had to manage risk just in case they're doing something weird and running that back up to 810 and putting a couple more candles up. I don't want to be in 10 contracts with this thing, you know, going against me. Anything above 810 would have been an issue. But anyway, I mean, it's no big deal. I'll catch them. I always do. I always do. I will catch them. We made a little bit of money. Look at that bad boy. Boom. Flush. Now they're breaking Globex. The same thing is happening in ES. Multiple rotations on the short side. Sheila, you see one is here. That's a spear trade. Another one after retesting the middle of the range. And the market goes down like that. So multiple rotations and Globex is at 138.50. The market sold off. Target number 4 is 4107. Target number 5 is 94.75. So what will assist you, Brian, in that, which is definitely a good way to make more money, is not the in and out, it's the holding. It's you holding the trade longer is what makes you money. And really watching the 200 NT Rinko in relation to the 100 and putting targets based on the 200 NT Rinko will give you a, a 30-point target from one candle to the next. So basically, the target from here, and that's where I ended up getting out, um, is at 37, and the next target is at 13. That's 25 points. So every 25 points, the next candle will close and close and close. So when you get yourself in a good position on the 200 NT Rinko, then it makes sense for you to look for the big target. So 25, 50, 75 points. In this case, I made from 82 to 7, let's call it 720, like 62 points on that one contract. You have 10 contracts, that's 12 grand. You have micro, it still will add up because a good decision is a good decision. Doesn't matter if it's a mini or micro. Yeah, let's just keep playing. Let's keep playing the game here. So we're well below target number 5. They're putting a captain setup long here and pushing the price higher. They're basically trying to stabilize the price action. Looking at the 813, 813. Well, a captain setup is a captain setup. It's just would you take it or not? I mean, that's the question. So if you're referencing this one right here, that's a captain setup, and that's an entry of 90, and you had all the way up to 703. So that's 13 points. You take 5 points, you go break even, and you see if you can trail it for higher price, and the higher price will got you out at a reversal of 91. So that trade is profitable. Just simply just a captain setup. You will find out. I mean, look at this captain setup. right here. So the market is in a downward move, and they put these kind of structures. They put these structures because it's almost like the market is putting brakes on. They're putting the brakes on. How do you think they put the brakes on? They consolidate, rotate, build stops, then they run the stops. And in this case, they run the stops to the upside because there's so many people are short, literally at the break, which is, trust me, it's the wrong thing to do. It's they read it in a book somewhere that right when the market break right here, oh yeah, just go short. No, you're getting trapped by doing that. 9 out of 10, the market is literally trapping you because they know that the majority of new traders or inexperienced traders will just go short right here. So they're putting a captain substructure, meaning that they tried to attempt to break it one more time, it couldn't, and then they flipped it. So now you have a four candle formation, and one tick above it, it will panic these people, and just boom, you got energy to the upside. So if you want to trade that, always be short into the break and not short at the break, because that will give you the opportunity to manage your risk and go break even. And if it fails, you still make money versus trying to go short right here and get trapped. Nah, seen this a million times. So there's a little bit of stability going on in the market. They're putting these captain setups. I mean, they actually put captain setup switch trade here, and they're retesting it, and a break above 54, can be an issue for the shorts. Ultimately, what they're going to probably do is they're going to close right above Globex and run it up a little bit. So 63, 63 right here. The 200 and the 100 will be out of sync. So what am I looking for my own trading here? What do I want to see happen? Uh, I mean, the market is extended on the short side, but I'll still will take some if I can find a good entry point. Right here, I feel like the market can consolidate in and around Globex, which is typically a noisy market that I avoid. So I want to give the market a little bit of time and see how they react here. Um, if I'm going to go short, I'm going to start not go 5 contracts. I'll just go 2 and see how the market is going to react here. So I would like to see a new cloud negative. I want to see a new transitional zone negative, like something that looks like this. If I start seeing that, then I'm going to start jumping back in short. All right, here we go. So the new transitional zone here, let's see what they do. Let's see, just look for. Yeah, look at that, man. Wow. I mean, they put a switch trade and pushed it. Okay, that's a trade right there, actually. Boom. Just remember, we're not going long, right? All these formations are short. Don't get cute. Don't try to think that you're going to pick a bottom on this market. Don't try to fade this market. There's absolutely no reason for us to do that right now. When the market is reversing, it looks completely different than what you're seeing right now. A minimum would be a close above 650 because the 200 and the 100 would be out of sync at that point. And the process of making a bottom is not a singular moment. It is multiple moments of market making a base, testing the base. So don't feel like you're gonna miss out. You ain't missing out on nothing. You let it breathe, let it do its own thing. If it's gonna bottom here, it's gonna break above 650. It's gonna run up all the way up to a 687. It's gonna pull back a little bit and try to push people around before it start moving higher. And I don't need to, be here trying to pick a bottom in order to participate in that. Hey, here, GM, the man himself. How are you, sir? All right, that's a good one, actually. Let's see here. Okay, I get out of that one. That's tight. Huh. That's literally very noisy. If they're gonna come and get me, they can get me. That's fine. I'll keep it very tight right here. I don't like it anymore. Okay. Don't like it. All right. So if they break 50, if they break 50, the market is out of sync. All right. Let's just wait and see. They're spending time here. Like, okay, so this switch trade right here, we should have seen. I mean, it gave us a little bit more room. Could have taken that for 5 points, but it was not giving us momentum. The market has moved significantly from 820. I mean, that's a 720, 620, 200 points. That's 200 points. Yep. Yep. It's not a bad one, but it just some of them are going to stop you out. Yeah, look at that. Now they're going to push, push, push. No, GM, I'm not long. I'm looking for the shorts. We're not long in the market yet. Captain set up short right there in a push. So where we at for the day? Here we go. We are up 761. And let's go. Let's go. We need a couple of good trades, and we'll kind of wind off the day here. Selling pressure is pronounced, and we are looking for, as long as we continue to trade below 624, we'll see momentum on the downside continue. So the market is disconnecting right now. All right. So the market is out of sync, and we need to go up to 686, which is not too far away from where we at right now, and that will put us in a position where the longs can start picking up some steam to back to Globex. Either that or the price action come back down to 574. If the market does that, then we are looking for shorts. So one of those two things gotta happen, and we're just gonna patiently wait. Yeah, good job, Brian. Good job. All right, so they're trying here. They're trying to get up above that level to hit it. Couldn't break under it. Break above it. 37 is where we need to see the market kind of show us some strength. here we go. Here we go. I mean, we're coming up on that level here. We may have to get aggressive here once they come up and close above it. I'm gonna go in a two. This trade is a range trade, so it's here we go. Okay, all right, here we go. One here, 21. They're gonna do this. They're gonna run it up all the way to Globex without stopping. That's exactly what they want to do. Hmm. Well, that makes it difficult for me to get in. But what I would have to do is I would have to do wait for the transitional zone to break down and a new one establish itself. I mean, I'll leave the orders where they at right now and see if a pullback can get me down to 32.21, and we'll go from there. I mean, right at Globex is an area where they're going to probably play around with that price structure for a little bit. Same thing is going on in ES. It's very messy. That's very messy. There's no follow through. There's no follow through on that one. I mean, I actually ended up making money off of this deal here, but the the idea was to see a bit more stability in and around that first level, and then consolidate and start heading back up to Globex. And what I found the market doing is a deeper retracement, but it never got down to the deep stop, which would be 87. Uh, so the market is just doing this kind of weird. Here we go. I mean, that's basically where we at for the day. So we're up before that trade 732, came back down. I mean, as we buy and sell, and we're back up to 1296. All right, let's just keep working. I'm gonna switch gears here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna avoid these trades. So like you see this one here, we took a bit of heat on right here, and now we're taking a little bit of heat on that rotation. So I'm gonna switch gears from putting on those type of trades because the quality of the retracement is deeper than what I like to get involved into. So I'm gonna go into a mode of just literally looking for the transitional zone trades. That's it. So when I get the market that's in harmony, I'm gonna look for these transitional zones and just jump in. I'm not doing these trades supposed to you get involved in them and very quickly you get a follow through. And when the market has given us an environment in which there's a whole lot of deeper pullbacks and potential reversals and back and forth, and it's not just fast and quick run ups or rundowns, then I just have to switch gears. So we're still doing okay. I just, I'm taking a little bit more heat than I'd like. So we're gonna go in the scalping mode, and we are gonna be doing this number here. If they put a switch trade here at 12, 6, 12.50, I'm gonna jump in short. Nope. And did not get the fill. We should see a bit of a push here. That's the captain setup switch trade. If the market closes at 86, then I'm looking for I am looking for selling pressure. So there's a captain. Let me see here. Yeah, that's a captain setup switch trade as a signal. The market is out of sync right now, and we are waiting for those two events to happen. Event number one, a break below 86. That will get me to start getting short again. Event number two, we are looking at 637. If we break that, then the market is in sync on the long side. Anything in between, I'm just leaving alone. ES, you have You see how what they're doing here? They're putting a captain setup short right here. I mean, long right here. Another one short right here. Okay. So, and the market is stuck in the middle. You need more information on that. And remember where we at. I mean, everybody knows this. We've been here before. This market, whenever it's in and around glowbacks, it's this is the kind of behavior that we typically see. Market does not have consistent behavior. What time is it? Let's see here. We got a couple of good trades in us. It's 10 o'clock, 10:09. And we're looking like we're going to break that 86. Got so close. Wow, so close. Look at that. Tricky. That'll be interesting. Yeah, they're putting another captain setup short right here, and it's a lower high. So you have a high, lower high, lower high. So the expectation is to see prices below 600, and if we reverse it to 815, then that would be a trap. Yeah, here it comes. That's what we expect, and that's what happened. They're about to put another transitional zone here. 86, 86. Yeah, they keep coming. They keep coming right at it and just bouncing right back. Somebody knows something. All right. So if we break above 20, that will be a captain setup, switch trade long on the 50 NT Rinko. And that will be a significant event. And I will go long and I will get heavy and I will look for a break above 37. And I will be adding into that into the run up to Globex. But that 20 has to happen. If it happens, then that will be a good starting point for a trade that could get bigger. If we break below 93, then that will negate that idea. And what I'm looking at is this captain setup, one candle up, one candle down, a close above 18 will present us with that opportunity. And we will have a stop under 600 at that point. And they're basing right now. So let's see if they end up doing this. See how they're just building one captain setup after the other in this zone. Yeah, that's okay. So that idea is negated. 93 hit. So no longer that trade is available for us, and we're just moving on to the next deal here. And the next deal is a break below 86, and it just happened. And we are going to be looking for, I mean, here we go, back to that same trade setup. I mean, I can just do it. Yeah, let's do what we said we're gonna do. I have to wait for a new transitional zone. That's the safer trade, and the risk controls on it is a little bit more defined. So we need this transitional zone to disconnect and then give us a new one. And at that point, we'll start playing. All right. So we're getting a continuation here. So what the market looks like it's doing or done is retest Globax and push lower, closing the 200 into Rinko, and now you have a follow through price action. So when we broke that 86, we had that opportunity would have worked. I'm looking for a new transitional zone to build up. All this you're seeing right now is part of that same move. All of that and never closed above it. So I want to see us maybe break up a little bit here and then consolidate in a range and then establish another one of these right here. If that happen, I'll play. If that doesn't happen, I'll wait. ES is continuing its selling pressure. Let's take a look here. So they put that captain set up short, sold off, came back and resumed it right here, established a new transitional zone, disconnected it, and came back in with another one right here. Same pattern right here and right here. Same pattern that led to this pressure. Target number 3 is hit. Target number 4 in the sequence is 40.67, and target number 5 is 40.54. All right, guys. So now the market is out of sync. So we were waiting on a disconnect, which happened, and a reconnect with the transitional zone, and that didn't happen. So, and the market got disconnected. So we're gonna see this rally and see how far they will push it higher, uh, and see if we can get back in on the short side. Now, a couple of things. Let's enlarge this and look at the big picture. So that's the initial reversal that we got involved into, made a little bit of money. Got chopped up here a little bit, but we ended up making a little bit of money. Um, and now the market is selling off here. So, a couple of things. If we reverse at 610, the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the short side. I mean, on the long side, right? But we're running into this new transitional zone on the short side against uh, the Globex price. So if that happens, I'm not going to go along. I'm going to look for failure patterns that will lead us to break down even further, meaning a reversal on the 200 NT wrinkle. So if the market reverse, I'm going to be not engaging myself on the long side, but looking for patterns of failure. Okay. If we run up anywhere short of that 610 and the 100 NT wrinkle reverses, then that will trigger me to go short in an aggressive way. And the targets are uh, 480 and potentially lower, depending on how the structure of the market is at that point. So right now, the 200 and the 100 out of sync. So we are waiting for a scenario in which the market can come back to that 526 and break that. I'll get involved in that too on rallies. And it's just a function of being patient. We're up a little bit of money today. There's two types of trades. One trade is literally waiting on the 200 NT Rinko to reverse, meaning a fresh reversal, and take the first run up on the 20 NT Rinko in the middle of the range. Take that and put another 20-point order above it. And typically within that range of 20 points, the market reverses and starts selling off in the case of uh, this situation. Sometimes they make it a little bit harder and they run it up close to the close of that candle. That's what they did today. But ultimately, the structure of that trade is have a fresh 200 NT wrinkle reversal and then in a range either buy or short. Okay, that type of trade is more of a swing trade, meaning that I am looking for an entry here within that range, and then I'm looking at a 25 to 50 to 75 to 100 or more points out of that trade. Okay, so I'm going to take a bit of risk to try to capture a move that looks like that. Now, the second type of trades are really a transitional zone trades, meaning you already have the market in sync on the 200 and the 100, and you're getting a fresh transitional zone like this, for example. Okay. Or here we go. I mean, actually, as I speak, it happened, but the 100 is not in sync, so that doesn't count. But ultimately, you're looking for that type of behavior because an entry right here at 42 got you all the way down to 25, and you're managing your profits and risk accordingly. So those trades are more of a scalping mode. Even some of them make a lot of money, but in general, they are revenue generating. Like, okay, you're getting in there, you're making 5 points, you're going break even, you're looking for 10 and 20 points, and you're leaving one for a big move. Okay. So that one, and then you typically could manage those type of trades for 10 points, maximum 20 points. Most of the time, a lot smaller stops. Okay. So those trades are, the main force of the main trades that I actually do. But from time to time, I'm gonna look for these swing trades, because if I accumulate a good position in a range that holds, and this market runs up 50, 100 points in my favor, and I'm in it for 5 to 10 contracts or more, you're gonna get that big pop in equity, and that's when you see yourself up, 20 grand, 80 grand, whatever it is. But so people need to understand there are trades, there are swing trades, and you're looking for bigger targets, and there are ones that are more scalping in nature. So I'm gonna go. Hey Gary, how are you, buddy? I didn't see you in the room. All right, how's everybody else doing? You guys are good in the room and around. GM, how are we doing? Randolph, George, Kirk, Mike, Alex. Hey Omer. Yanis, did you take any more trades beside that one that stopped you? Okay. You had a good day, Omer. Good deal. Yes, absolutely, Yanis. We are meeting. Good day, just a flush. Frida, how are you, Frida? All right, let's see if we can get on a trade. 200 and 100 are in sync. And let's see. This market closes lower. I will take a chance. 30 to 25. All right, so I'll take a short at 30. Nope, it's not gonna work. Let's see here. So we needed that candle to close. That would give us a switch trade signal. And here, okay, right now we can, if we can get this candle to close lower. Thank you. That's a scalp. That's a good one, Yanis. Hope you're in it. Hope you're in it. That's just a quick 5 points right there. So that trade gave us about 500 bucks, and we are up 1766 for the day. Yeah, it's moving. It's gonna move. If I wanted to get aggressive here, I would have kind of left one in and just kind of played around. But I'm gonna build my day and just gonna keep it like this. So you see how that trade is a bit different than these trades that we did earlier on, where we're working in a range. Okay, because these type of trades, we're looking for a continuation of 50, 75, 100 points versus us working in this transitional zone area and just operating within it. It's going to have less risk and not necessarily less reward, but there is a room for that type of trade, and there's also room for a trade in which you get into this type of decision right here and hold and trail and hold and trail on the 200 into Rinko and watch yourself go up to 300 points. Yeah, make sure you get your money out of this trade, because I mean you're at the bottom of the range here and they're prone to flipping. So just, and you see it's noisy. It's not a clear drop with momentum. Now they're getting now they're getting frisky. Now they're getting frisky. I mean, it is noisy. I mean, the only way you get over that is just look for targets and stick to them and go break even. That's the only way you could stick around in these trades. But I mean, this type of behavior of, two candles, two, three candles down and two candles up is designed to buck people out of a position. So it's fairly noisy versus a price action that is just like this, maybe. Here we go. Like, I mean, the market is just literally crashing in that way. It's interesting they're putting a captain setup short right here. If they do that, you have to break below 22 and a quarter. I will look for an entry. Ah, you bastards. I'm cutting my. Thank you. That's just a quick $200. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Do this all day long. Do this all day long. So it's $200 right there. All right. So we are. What time is it? It's 10:48. We're connecting. We did a little bit of switch in the way we're dealing with this market. And this market was a bit squirrely on those reversals. I mean, it wasn't a clean continuation patterns happening right after them. They challenged you multiple times before it actually went. So kind of switched gears from doing that into looking for transitional zone trades or trades that look like that where you're getting a captain set up at the top end in the middle of the cloud, and then you're just taking those two for 5 to 10 points and in the right environment for more. All right, so that's where we at for the day. 1958, and let's just keep working. Uh, just gonna keep working here. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is the 200 and the 100 is still in sync on the short side, right? And but this selling pressure that we're seeing is getting, there's some buyers coming in and just keep pushing it higher and higher, or not higher, but they're coming in and picking off these uh, lows and reversing them. So as long as the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the short side, I'm looking for shorting opportunity. The market can get out of sync if it breaks above 549. If they do that, then that puts me in a holding pattern. If the market reverse and runs up all the way to 587, then the market is going to be in sync on the long side. However, you are running smack into this transitional zone, and that will pose a bit of pressure on any significant moves upward. So I wouldn't be, aggressively going long. I may scalp it long if I get a fresh new transitional zone. And that's it. I mean, it's a good day. Hopefully, you guys had a good day in the room. Just one more. Kirk and Mike and Alex. How are we doing? Gary, any trades? Gary, Sheila, any trades? Omer, you seem to be having a good day, so keep it up. Yes, good day, Alex. Okay, good. All right, guys, we're about 2 minutes away from the end of the session here. Just a reminder, uh, we're we're running the system, the Harmony Trading System, at 5 o'clock Central, around when the Globex session reopens, and we're leaving it out there for 4 or 5 hours for people to kind of see how the flow of the Globex session is going. So kind of stop by around that time, and we will have Nasdaq, ES, gold, and crude oil running during that time for everybody to see. How did we do, GM? Hopefully good. So that's the first thing, and the second thing. I mean, if these sessions are helping you in any way, and you're enjoying staying with us, like, subscribe, comment, and share. That will help the channel grow, and we appreciate you for doing that. If you have any comments or suggestions on how to improve what we do, by all means, I'm all ears. Okay. So you were in a trade long and got out. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it was a bit rough on the long side. They really kind of flipped it and sold off here. All right, guys, that's it for me, and we are concluding the day. And the day we are up nicely at 1958. We took a little bit of heat here and there, but ultimately we came back and got it done. And we will see you tomorrow.